Hey guys, what's up? We are back with another video today, and today I'm doing a Bears mock draft, and this is my February edition for the Chicago Bears mock draft. So as always, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, hit that notification bell as well, so that way you never miss another video. Like this video if you enjoy it, comment all your opinions, your thoughts down below. I'd like to know who you think the Bears would draft in this upcoming NFL draft with new GM Ryan Poles and new head coach Matt Eberflus. It should be a very interesting offseason, and I will be coming out with multiple more mock drafts videos, so make sure that you are subscribed for all that upcoming content. So why don't we get into this video as we are going to continue. But one quick thing before we do, I want to advertise a little bit of my website. The website will be linked down in the description. Make sure you go check that out. I'll be posting an article per week, maybe 2 articles a week. I will have real articles. I'll have mock drafts on there. I'll have all sorts of stuff. So make sure that you go ahead and check that out. And make sure you go ahead and check that out. So let's get into the video. With the 39th overall pick, and this is a second round pick for the Bears because they traded away their first round pick for Justin Fields previously to the Giants. So with 39th pick, I have him selecting George Pickens, wide receiver out of Georgia. The reason why I think George Pickens is a great dynamic wide receiver, especially at this slot, is partially the only reason why he's going to fall to the second round most likely, is because he just isn't going to be, with the injuries that he has sustained in college, he does have a little bit of an injury-prone history. Especially in this past year. I think that could be major to his draft stock, but I think that it is worth taking, just like you did when you took Jalen Johnson, the cornerback out of Utah, and who's become a Pro Bowl All-Pro player for you. So I think that this is a great pickup. Not only does it help the Bears, but it also helps Justin Fields. It would give him another weapon in order to not just have Darnell Mooney, and I'm assuming that Allen Robinson's going to leave, partially because I think he's done with Chicago, partially because I just think that the whole situation is just kind of over for Allen Robinson. So I'm going to have that as Allen Robinson's gone. And then now you need to replace him. And I think George Pickens, Darnell Mooney, and a Cole Kmet could be a decent wide receiver core to start with. With the 71st overall pick, you have the Bears' third round pick. I have them selecting Jalen Petrie, safety out of Baylor. So one of the things that I really like about him is his character. And the reason why his character is so important is with the transition to a new team and a new defense, it is going to be a change in not only scheme and football personnel and stuff like that, but also a change in culture. And that's something that is really set in these first couple of draft classes, whether you're Ryan Poles in the GM position or whether you're Matt Eberflus in the head coaching position. I think that it is important that you not only set the offense on a good trajectory, but also continue to add on to the defense because there is some major holes. And Jalen fills one of these holes quite well. You are going to need to put Eddie Jackson in more of a center fielder type role, and I think that Jalen fills the more strong safety role that he would play in that kind of 4-3 match 2 defense. So I think that's important to look at in perspective-wise. And I really like him. Scotty B, I'm pretty sure you're going to be watching this video. He's a big Baylor fan. Make sure that you go subscribe to him as well. But he's really shown me the value of this kid in the past couple of weeks. And I'm like, yeah, this is a good, solid kid and somebody that is going to be a good draft pick in general. So, on to the next pick, number 146, as the Bears have 2 picks out of 3. At number 146, I have them drafting Emeka Emezi, wide receiver out of NC State. I just think that you need to add a lot of wide receiver depth because outside of, I would say, Darnell Mooney, Daz Newsome, Cole Kmet, and if you draft George Pickens, you don't have anybody as a wide receiver, and I don't think personally that a guy like Davante Adams is really in play for the Bears, partially because I don't think Davante Adams would want to go to the Bears. He just doesn't seem to be that guy, and I think he said once that he would not even consider the Chicago Bears. So I think Emeka Emezi, with being that tall possession wide receiver that the Bears are looking for, I think that that could be a good addition because you're losing a tall possession wide receiver in Allen Robinson. Emeka Emezi, in my opinion, is one of the best possession receivers in this draft class. And I think it is an extremely underrated characteristic for him, and something that most people do not specifically look at. I think that this is a very big miss, and I think that this would be a very, very good hit for the Bears if they're able to do that, because I think that this would fill multiple needs and be able to give Justin Fields a little bit of help in giving him a possession wide receiver in order to catch that ball in the NFL. 2 picks later, I have them drafting Chase Lucas, cornerback out of Arizona State, with the 148th overall pick. So Chase Lucas, the reason why I wanted to draft him specifically was because the Bears need a cornerback. So I was looking at the cornerbacks, who's available and stuff like that, because it's hard to find cornerback availability or really anyone available in these later rounds in the draft, and I don't know everyone quite yet. I will know almost everyone after the combine and all that stuff, but I'm still trying to find those gems in the later rounds during these simulators. And this is one of the guys that I really like. Arizona State, Herm Edwards, a former NFL coach, has developed some good talent, and I think that this is one of his best products. Him and Jack Jones are 2 very solid cornerback prospects, both out of Arizona State. I just think that Chase Lucas is a smidge better overall as a prospect coming out. So I think that he should be a solid player heading into next year and his first year in the NFL. So now on to the final pick, with the Bears' final pick, because you don't have a 4th round pick and you don't have a 7th round pick this year because of previous trades and stuff like that. The 4th round pick is due to the Justin Fields trade also, and the 7th round pick I am pretty sure is due to the Jakeem Grant trade. With the pick 185, I have him selecting Jeremiah Jimble, linebacker out of North Carolina. So basically with this pick, it was just best player available, and Jeremiah was really, he's a player that kind of shined throughout his time at North Carolina and showed some promise, and I really think that adding him as a linebacker is good depth, because right now at the moment all you have is Roquan Smith. I don't know how much you should trust Danny Trevathan, and I don't know how much you are going to trust anybody else, so I think that it's important to look at that right there and basically get ready for this next season, and I think that adding to the linebacker depth could be very important. So that's going to be about it for me. Remember, make sure that you hit that subscribe button down below. Like this video if you enjoy it. Comment all your thoughts and opinions down below. Comment who you think we should draft, what I did right, what I did wrong. Grade it A to F. What do you think my draft grade was? Make sure you check out the website, as I will be putting out a lot of draft content and a lot of other content on there. So make sure you check that out. And as always, have a great day. Bye.